Today, we delve deep into this post-apocalyptic world by Telltale Games, the Walking Dead video game series. In this video, we're going to examine the state of the game in 2023, discussing its evolution, impacts, and future prospects if there's going to be anything more with this series. So, let's waste no more time, and let's get into The Walking Dead in 2023. So, the Walking Dead video game series, developed and published by Telltale Games, first graced our screens back in 2012, so quite a while ago now, over 10 years ago to be precise. From its humble beginnings, the franchise captured our hearts with its emotionally charged storytelling and impactful player choices. Fast forward to 2023, as the game continues to captivate audiences worldwide. So, let's start by examining the evolution of the series. Now, over the years, Telltale Games released 4 main seasons, alongside several spin-offs and DLCs. Each installment introduced new characters, dilemmas, and moral decisions, allowing for every single player to shape the story's outcome. This interactive narrative style became a hallmark of the franchise, captivating gamers and non-gamers alike, to be honest. Now, in 2023, the legacy of The Walking Dead really does live on. Season 4, titled The Final Season, concluded Clementine's journey, a character who truly became synonymous within the series. The emotional depth and character development showcased in this final installment cemented the game's status as a storytelling masterpiece. Fans, to be honest, were left breathless, reflecting on their choices and the impacts they had on Clementine's fate. However, the story doesn't end there. Telltale Games surprised fans by announcing a 5th season, A New Frontier Reborn, which serves as both a continuation and also a fresh start for the entire series. This decision breathed new life into the franchise, reigniting the excitement and curiosity of players around the globe. Turning our attention to the impact of the Walking Dead video game series, of course it really is impossible to overlook its cultural significance. The game resonated with fans of the comics and of course the TV show, while attracting a whole new audience, expanding the zombies genre's popularity to new heights. Its innovative approach to storytelling inspired other game developers, leading to the rise of narrative-driven games in recent years. Some examples of that really is, I think Life is Strange is a big example, and I have done a video on that, so I'll link that at the end of this video and in the description. Now, beyond the game's impact on the industry, it sparked important discussions about morality, survival, and the human condition. The game forced players to confront tough decisions, challenging their ethical boundaries and encouraging empathy for the characters. This emotional investment created a unique bond between players and the virtual world, making the experience both thrilling and thought-provoking. Now, under the new management, Telltale Games has shown a dedication to revitalizing the franchise while staying true to its real core essence. The announcement of A New Frontier Reborn signifies a fresh chapter in the Walking Dead game series, promising a blend of familiar elements and exciting new directions. This bold move really has generated tremendous anticipation among fans and industry insiders alike. So now, let's focus on the game in 2023, how the Walking Dead video game series holds up within 2023. Now, first, let's take a look at the platforms on which the Walking Dead game is available on. Now, originally released on various platforms, it is now accessible on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. This wide availability really does allow players to experience the game on their preferred devices, ensuring that the undead menace is never far away. Now, as for pricing, the game offers different options. The Walking Dead Definitive Edition, which includes all 4 main seasons, DLCs, and all the additional content, is a comprehensive package for die-hard fans and definitely the best option in terms of how to purchase the game. It provides the ultimate experience and is often priced competitively, making it a pretty enticing option. You can get this for literally under £5 these days, particularly over on PC, so it's really worth it. And over on PlayStation, you can get this for about £15 to £10 as well, which is also a great price, and sometimes even lower over on the PlayStation Store on certain deals. The same also applies to Xbox. On Nintendo Switch, it does tend to be priced slightly higher, like all Nintendo games, but still, if that's your only option, then that is the best option, and of course you get to play it in the handheld mode, which is always great. So now let's move on to the game's storytelling. Now, The Walking Dead is renowned for its emotionally charged and decision-driven narrative. It places players in the shoes of the main characters, forcing you to make difficult choices with far-reaching consequences. The game's intense and unpredictable plot twists keep you engaged and invested, creating an immersive and really unforgettable experience. The character development in the Walking Dead video game series is exceptional, from the resilient and resourceful Clementine to the enigmatic and complex Lee. You really do become deeply attached to these virtual individuals. Each character is really well crafted in my opinion, with their own emotions, flaws, and also struggles, evoking a range of emotions as you do navigate through the treacherous world of the undead. Now, not only are the main characters captivating, but the game also introduced a diverse cast supporting those who add depth and complexity to the narrative. These individuals, with their unique personalities and backstories, create really memorable interactions and forge very strong relationships that you will cherish long after the game is over. I really do have no complaints when it comes to the overall story of the game and the overall characters. They are both great, and the story and the characters really mix well together. They do just seem to link perfectly, and yeah, there are no flaws there. I think the characters are great, I think the storytelling is amazing, and you feel instantly attached to the characters. You literally, want to make sure you're never making a bad decision when it does come to the dialogue, which I'm going to talk about now. Your choices make a massive difference in the Walking Dead game. What you choose could result in a life or death situation between whether a character that you might actually really love and cherish, whether they naturally die or stay alive until, maybe another point where you have to make these tough decisions again. Picking between character A and character B is really going to be a common, scenario within the Walking Dead game. I really do think this is a massive strength with the Walking Dead game, something that keeps it really, impactful and very strong within 2023. Now let's talk about the graphics. So graphically, the Walking Dead game series has evolved significantly over the years, from its initial comic book inspired art style to the more realistic detailed versions in recent seasons, but to be honest, it still does sort of, maintain that classic sort of Walking Dead style that we get with the games, where it's sort of not realistic by any means, but it also is pretty nice, and I do think that it suits the overall vibe of the game. But obviously, that does set the vibe, but I think it really works well, and I have no complaints. Of course, it doesn't look realistic, but I don't think that was really ever the aim. Of course, it was released in 2012, but even for 2012, it didn't look, ultra realistic to those standards. So I think that the style was unique. It sort of has a Borderlands style in a way, if you know what I mean with that. The way that the characters are outlined and the way that the whole world is designed, I think is nice. I think it works well. Of course, it's not, absolutely stunning by any means, but I don't think that it's bad at all, and it's definitely a playable experience. The game does showcase stunning environments, to be honest, and very atmospheric lighting, which always works well, and the character designs, are really nice as well. And yeah, the visual enhancements, particularly, I believe the definitive edition has some improved graphics, really does help, add to this post-apocalyptic world, feeling very immersive. So now, let's get to the burning question. Is the Walking Dead game worth playing in 2023? And the answer to that is absolutely. Despite being, quite old at this point, the game's impact and enduring popularity speaks for themselves. Its rich storytelling, unforgettable characters, and gripping gameplay still resonate with players today. Whether you are a fan of the comics or TV show, or simply love narrative-driven games, the Walking Dead game remains a must-play title that continues to captivate and engage audiences all these years later. Be sure to pick it up and play it if you haven't yet. And there we go, that does just about wrap up things here. Now, on screen now, you are seeing a link to a video that I mentioned earlier, which is a video that goes over how Life is Strange holds up in 2023. Hit the link on the screen if you are interested in watching that.